Headshot.
Oh hey there guys, didn't see you there. My name is Chicken Fingers. I'm your friendly neighborhood commentator, and today I've got two Team Fortress 2 gameplays for you. Some TF2 one-lifes, starting off here on Upward and then on to Lakeside, both as the Huntsman Sniper. And a lot of people don't like the Huntsman Sniper because they think it's cheap, they think it's a little weak sauce. I enjoy it, I think it's fun, it's got a good game mechanic, keeps me busy as a sniper rather than just standing still. And that brings me to the point of this commentary, which is weapons I don't like. And I know this video is going to break hearts, but I think it's something long overdue. So let's get into it, guys, and let's talk about weapons that Chicken Fingers does not like. First off, while I may severely dislike some weapons, I don't dislike Team Fortress 2. It's still a great game, and if you play it, I still have, tremendous respect for you because you're showing a level of competence higher than most first-person shooters. I mean, you could play... while it's a good game, it is fun, and I've played it before, Call of Duty. You could play any of those games and just run around and shoot people. This game requires a level of teamwork and a little bit of discipline and knowing where your role is on the battlefield instead of just shooting people. But at the same time, a lot of these weapons have made the game into either a me type situation or just a complete role loss for a class. Like, they've lost their original needs, and I'll get into that a little bit more as I get into the weapons. Now, the first weapon I would like to talk about is the Criticola for the Scout, and I've never seen the purpose of drinking something that gives you 25% more damage and a little bit more movement speed, but you also take mini crits, because the Scout should not be up, fighting in the front, and shouldn't have a need for crits, because the Scout's main role is to pester and annoy and pretty much pick off people on the sides who aren't expecting him. Now, he has the freaking scattergun, which can do a ass load of damage really fast to an enemy who has no clue that he's there, which is why you have the double jump, and you have things like the atomizer where you can sneak, you get a triple jump and sneak around. So why do you need to do crits? If you're sneaking up on people and two-shotting pretty much almost every class, why do you need these crits? Why not, put something useful for your team, like the Mad Milk, or, maybe even the Bonk, so you can distract sentries. There are so many better options than a Critical. It is such a bad weapon, or I don't even know if it's a weapon, maybe, I guess you gotta call it a weapon because it's in a weapon slot, but, you guys let me know, what do you think about the Critical? I think it's stupid and redundant for a Scout, because he has no need to get more damage when he should be able to kill an enemy before they're even able to turn around. Even a heavy, you should be able to at least two-shot in the back, double jump, get up on their head, and shoot one more time. That should be enough to kill him. If it's not, then maybe you shouldn't be fighting that heavy because he's probably got a medic on him. Now, of course, as I move down this list, I'm bound to break some hearts. So I'm pretty much going to tell you the next set is probably going to annoy a few of you. And that's because it's all the melee Demoknight in quotation weapons for the Demo Man. Pretty much the Demo Man's job has been removed once you equip these weapons. You are no longer a Demo Man, you're a Demoknight. And you're removing a very integral part to the team. The man, the Demolition Man, whose job has been, since the beginning of Team Fortress 2, to destroy sentry emplacements. That's his job. You equipped a Persian Persuader and a Splendid Screen. You are no longer a Demolition Man. You are no longer capable of efficiently destroying sentries. Because yes, you can destroy sentries as a Demoknight, but you're going to need a medic. And maybe it's a mini sentry. And yes, I can understand why you would equip this, because it is a lot of fun to run around with a pan and Demopan people into oblivion. But at the same time, I hate these weapons because not only do sometimes I feel they're very cheap kills, because like the Islander's reach is sometimes beyond believable. Just in general, you demolishing this class's position, and Valve continuing to, how do I put it, continuing to encourage this with more and more melee weapons for the Demo Man. Can we get another sticky launcher? I mean, this guy's resistance is terrible unless you're playing Saxon Hail mode, and the lock and load is fun. It's a fun game mechanic, just like the Huntsman, but at the same time, we need something else. Something like maybe the Black Box for Demo Man, where he gets health back. Something to encourage him to continue his rampage on the engineer's contraptions. I mean, we need more stock level kind of weapons rather than these Demoknight weapons. Now coming to the last weapon, this one will break hearts, and I understand why people are going to defend this weapon, and I just want you to hear me out when I say this. The weapon that I dislike the most in Team Fortress 2, if you've ever talked to me, is the Dead Ringer. The Dead Ringer for spies. It has literally been a crutch weapon for spies, and let me explain before you start hitting that dislike button, because this is just my opinion. You can take it any way you want. The Dead Ringer has pretty much told spies it's okay not to be stealthy. And if you don't like the fact that this weapon makes a big noise, oh, just put on a hat and you'll be alright. What kind of bullshit is that? When I started playing Spy, when I was a decent Spy, I haven't played Spy in a while, but when I started playing Spy, you had to be stealthy. You had to learn how to sneak around enemies. You had to know the locations of ammo packs. You had to know these things. Now, all you have to do is run out into the enemies carrying a Dead Ringer and a Spy Sickle, and suddenly you're unstoppable because you can't get lit on fire, or if you do, you pop your Dead Ringer and then you pop your Spy Sickle, and you're pretty much invisible again. What is that? When I played Spy, pyros were death. That was it. You got lit on fire by a pyro. That was it. That was the main job of a pyro. A pyro's main job was to set enemy spies on fire so you could defend your team from spies. A spy's job, number one, is to cause paranoia. Nothing else. Yes, you can destroy sentries, but that's the demo man's job. We already went over that. Yes, you can backstab high key figures, but that's a sniper's job mainly because he can do it safely. A spy's job is to stab and then re-hide and continuously do this. With the Dead Ringer, yes, you get to stab and you get to re-hide, but at the same time, you're eliminating the key difficulty of the class, and you're making Spy a little OP. And that's because it doesn't really take that much to get behind an enemy and stab them. It really doesn't take too much. It can be tricky, and on certain levels of players, it can be difficult. But really, it doesn't take too much. The fact that I don't like the Dead Ringer is because it's made a lot of spies Dead Ringer happy, and where they just run around with the Dead Ringer out anytime they get into a lick of trouble. They don't try to bait the enemy into a situation where they can get the stab or get a shot with a revolver. They just whip it out, and I feel that it never really got balanced out. But that's just my opinion, guys. Remember, I still love you, even if you use the Dead Ringer. I'm never gonna hate on you. You just feel free to do what you want to do, because this game is all about having fun, right? And that, unfortunately, guys, brings us to the end of my commentary. I hope you still love me, even though I hate your weapons. I always will love you. Of course, I am your friendly neighborhood commentator, Chicken Fingers. Hope to see you on the battlefield. Take care, and peace out.
Want some of that?